to see how it turns out. I'm not going to be on here for long. Just wanted to see how this new feature works. Well, new for me. There are people with tons of subscribers who've been doing this for years, but it's new for me. And I'm just going to stop right now, and I'll check in with you later. All right, that is the outside. That is the reverse angle, obviously. Hey, Nate. I actually wanted to end the stream, but one of the downsides of being technically illiterate is that you don't know how to do things. So I guess you end it when you. Let me see. There's a. Yeah, this is kind of a. Hey, shalom, tower time. This is one of those things I guess you figure it out through trial and error. Although it does kind of remind me of the IG lives I used to do a long time ago. Very few people watch those, but I did that immediately after COVID and the subsequent lockdown, where the only thing you could do is basically walk around. No, it's funny. The turkeys have not graced my presence recently for some reason, but they're always lurking. They're always at the hospital, and they migrate up and down. Sometimes they visit New Dorp. Sometimes they visit Dongan Hills. I'm a little bit farther south now, so you probably won't see them. You probably won't see them in this neck of the woods. But you never know. They're always kind of wandering around. They're flying onto people's roofs. They're flying onto people's cars. They're eating nuts that are intended for squirrels. It's always bizarre when I share that with people who don't live in New York City, and they're kind of surprised that there's a part of New York City where a bunch of, hey Alejandro, they're kind of shocked that there's a part of New York City where wild turkeys are just allowed to roam around freely, and pretty much unmolested. Occasionally they get clipped by a car, but that's very rare. I think it's happened once since I've been here. They're much more likely to get hit if they go over to Manhattan. There was this free-range turkey called Zelda, after F. Scott Fitzgerald's very vivacious wife. And Zelda got clipped. She used to go, apparently she would just walk around Battery Park, and she got hit by a car, unfortunately, but the turkeys here seem to survive. In fact, they're thriving. There were only a couple originally, and now there are dozens of them just wandering around. I think the thing is, I think they're protected. They were the only people that can kill the turkeys legally. I believe are basically arms of the government. I don't think they allow vigilante turkey hunting. Although I could be completely wrong about that. I have to investigate. I know they did do a call a couple of years ago. They did a call where they took half of them up to a farm upstate, but that experiment ended. But there was a news story about a group of turkeys that had nested in some guy's front lawn in Staten Island, and it's kind of why people are very leery of allowing them anywhere near their property, because otherwise you have a turkey as an unwanted pet. Yeah, you could say that you're a member, you're First Nations. You can. I don't know if that would work, though. It's kind of interesting. You have all sorts of weird wildlife over here, even opossums. I saw an opossum in broad daylight a while back, which was very unusual for me. Usually you just hear them clanging. They're kind of like raccoons. They're nocturnal and you don't usually see them. You hear them, especially if you're up late at night. It's very weird because it's sort of a suburban. It's a suburban in an urban. It's a suburb in an urban area, so it's the main part of New York City is reachable, but there's still some sense of quiet. Although usually when I go out and I try to stream in public, you always hear cars passing, which is why I'm using headphones today. Let me just check this out. Okay, I'm not muted. Like I said, it's hard to do these things when you haven't done them. For like the mobile streaming, before I actually started streaming, it mentioned 1,000 users. I think you get more streams if there are 1,000, but as it is, I'm able to stream finally like this. I'm able to share community posts. Once I hit 1,000, I think more features will be applicable, and I'll also theoretically be able to ask for monetization, which I don't see happening on this channel, to be honest. But you never know. Like I said, this is why I always encourage people to share this very haphazardly structured channel with their friends. I'm always looking to replace the 100-something subscribers that vanished since I started uploading videos to YouTube. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know, because whenever the stream does cut out, I usually don't. I'm not aware of it on my end. It's kind of it's news to me. All right, just scrolling through the filters here. Yeah, it's easier. It's much easier to stream to stream from a laptop. To go live from a laptop, but you have to make do. But I just wanted to thank everyone. I know this isn't intended as a special, but wanted to thank everyone who put me over 500 subs and I think close to 51,000 views by now over the past 4 years. It's been slow but steady. And the turkey videos, surprisingly, are the most popular. Those and the short videos. Like there's a short video of that stupid robot in Stop and Shop. The AI, I don't know if it's supposed to be a greeter or what, but the dumb robot that looks like something from the Jetsons. Those are, unsurprisingly, my most popular videos. The 1-hour discourses on the Quran are not, for the most part. Hey, JV. I'm always interested in learning new languages. The thing is, at my age, it's very difficult. It would have been easier. Spanish, for example. I took 4 years of Spanish. And I was beginning to get a very rudimentary mastery of beginner's Spanish. In other words, conversational Spanish, I was starting to grasp it. And right at that point, I decided to switch to Latin, which has no practical use whatsoever. It enhanced my vocabulary a little bit, but other than that, there's nothing applicable in the modern world for which Latin is. there's nothing that Latin is useful for in the 21st century. So when I was beginning to get a very elementary knowledge of Spanish, I decided to quit midstream. But Hebrew actually would be a useful language to learn. Hebrew, Greek, Mandarin, the way things are going, would probably be somewhat useful. Let's see if I can switch this around. I doubt it, but okay, there I am. All right. So that has been a live stream. I was on a bit longer than I expected, but it was successful, more successful than the previous attempt at a live stream from a desktop. Thanks everyone, Alejandro, JV, Tower Time, Nate, of course, Supermod, and I will see you next time.